Hey guys, I'm Jill Powell and I am joined today by the beautiful Taya, and we are doing this awesome kind of romantic rosy gold eyeshadow look. It's got a little smoke to it, a little bit of shimmer, so we played with a few different things and I can't wait for you to check this look out. So today I'm going to be using the Paint Pots by MAC. I absolutely love these because they go on really smooth. They make shadows stick really well, not crease. Pretty much like waterproofs them, to be honest. Really great base for all of your eyeshadows. And this one's painterly, so the color is fairly close to her skin color, which won't change the eyeshadow look. So I'm using a flat synthetic brush and just start at your lash line all the way up to your brows. Nice even sheer coat. Okay, so I've got some shadows from NARS and a couple from Innisfree that we're gonna play with today. So I think I'm gonna start out with her lid and this guy right here. All right, go ahead and close. And I'm just pressing it on her lid. This is kind of like a nice, warm, pinkish color. Pinky rose. Has a tiny bit of a shimmer to it. A couple glitter flecks, but I feel like most of those will kind of fall away. So I'm just gonna do that all over her lid. I'm gonna take a clean MAC 217 brush and just blend those edges so you don't have a strict start and stop. And then go ahead and open for me. There, pretty. All right, so now I'm going to take just a neutral, still warm neutral, and start creating a little bit of definition in her crease. And this will just help to really open her eyes and lift. I might pull it out just a little bit, kind of wing it. I'm using the MAC 217, which is the same one I just used to blend the lid color a little bit. So again, just kind of right here in the crease, back and forth, and I'm gonna pull it out ever so slightly on the outsides. Okay, so now we have our lid and crease color placed. And if you look at Taya's eyes, she has a beautiful like lid space and dimensions. So I just want to accentuate that a little bit more with a darker color. So I'm going to take a matte brown and I'm just going to have you actually look straight ahead. When you're doing your own makeup, if you look straight in the mirror without raising your eyebrows, that's going to give you the best placement because you don't walk around all day with your eyebrows lifted. A lot of people will do their makeup with their brows lifted, but then when you let go, it disappears because you don't know where it's gone because you've placed it in the wrong place. So I'm gonna have Taya look straight in the mirror, straight into the camera. And I'm going to place this right where I want it, which is right here in her crease. And I can get my placement down and then I can have her look down or close and alter it however I want and blend it. So this kind of gives me exactly where I want it to go. So that we would get some definition right there. I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. Just place it right here, get some definition. And now I'm gonna go back in and blend. I'm using this darker color to kind of create a little bit of a pulled out wing on the outsides. Just for a little twist to this rosy romantic eye. Let me see. And I'm just using that same 217 that I blended the crease with, and I'm just pulling the residual of that dark brown shadow so that it's nice and soft and diffused. And then same thing, I'm just going to take that and just blend it. That way you don't really see a strict start and stop. I am going to go in with the same exact color but with an angled brush, and I'm going to add a little bit more to the bottom just to get it really, really saturated. And then I've got these really pretty kind of glittery tones. It's very, very light shimmer. Go ahead and close. It's best when it's placed on with your finger, which is why I'm going in with my finger. So it's kind of like a really, not really oily or waxy, but it's very, very sheer. Give a little sparkle. And this is kind of your top layer just to kind of create some fun. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a dark brown liner. And I'm going to lift up. You can close. I'm just going to go right into her lash line. Because I want to create, I want to continue with this smokiness on the outside. So I'm basically blending the liner into the shadow that we've created. Let me see. Okay. And I don't want to close her eye up, so I'm not going to bring the liner all the way across. I'm going to bring it about halfway. I'm going to do a little bit of the liner just on the outer corners. Look all the way up. And then I'm going to blend that. And look up. So I don't want this to be a really strict line, so that's why I'm taking kind of like a fluffier brush. And just look up again, sorry. And trying to soften that edge. Make it nice and diffused. And that was a matte brown liner, so now I'm going to go in with like a shimmery brown. Go ahead and look up again. And I'm just going to go really gently and really light on the inner corner, just to kind of meet it. But because this one has a little shimmer to it, it won't be as strong of a line. I'm just going to add a tiny bit of shimmer. Look up. Tiny shimmer to that inner corner. Okay, so I went ahead and did mascara off camera. Basically just build up her lashes a little bit with a Lancome Definitions mascara. And on the bottom, I do want to add just a slight diffusion. So I am going to go in with this color right here. It has a little bit of a sheen. Go ahead and look up for me. And it's just going to kind of marry the top and the bottom together and kind of soften this bottom line. I'm using kind of a fluffier brush. This is the Smith brush number 256. What I love about it, it has a nice point, so I can really get under there and place, but also blend at the same time. And that just kind of like softly diffuses that. Last but not least, let's add a little bit of lip color. She has great pigment to her lips. Just has a little bit of lip balm. I don't think she needs much more. So we are going to add a little bit of gloss. These are my three choices, and I want to match her lip color as close as possible. She's kind of in the middle of all of them. That might look a little more orange. That one's pretty close. This one might be really pretty. And this one's more neutral, so I think I'm gonna mix these two. These are by Hourglass. These are their new glosses. So we have Provoke and, holy cow, I can't read these. I'm getting so old. There's a stamp, Enchant. There's a stamp on top of it, so it's like kind of embossed. It's not that I'm blind. All right. So I've got one that's really neutral, one that's really pink, and I am going to custom blend my color. So we're gonna start with the pink. This is gonna be a lot more pink than her lip, but it's gonna be really pretty. Add a little bit of this neutral color in there. Because I'm trying to mimic her lip color as much as possible, because I just love what she has going on. And she has nice full lips, so I am skipping the lip liner, but if you feel that you want to add some fullness, you can always line your lips with like a neutral liner first. I'm just gonna add a tiny bit of a brow highlight. I did bring the shadows up pretty high because I wanted them to be kind of diffused into the brow, but I do want to create a little separation. So this is just a matte brow highlight from the Violet Voss palette. This is Mad About You, and the color is called Sweetheart. And this is just going to create a little bit of dimension underneath her brow. It's a nice light shade. Okay, so just to recap, we did this beautiful kind of rosy gold, bronzy, smoky eye. I started off with primer. We always do the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I mean, I do that one a lot, but you can use any primer. I just love that one because it stays, it makes the shadows stick, and then they won't crease. I went ahead with some NARS shadow, so I placed kind of that pinky rosy color on her lid. Then I started with a kind of mid-tone taupey rosy brown in the crease, and then we went ahead and darkened it with a matte chocolate brown. I added a little bit of shimmer to her lid from the Innisfree shadow, and then we did some matte brown eyeliner, the Sephora Collection eyeliner, on the outer corners and on the bottom, and then I diffused that bottom with some shadows just to create like a really nice soft diffused line. I did do the NARS Larger Than Life eyeliner in Via Appia on the inner corners on the bottom for a little bit of shine, and so it wasn't too strong. We did top mascara. I didn't do any bottom mascara. A little bit of an inner corner highlight, and then the brow highlight at the very end. So there's our beautiful smoky rose gold eyeshadow look. I hope you learned something. I can't wait to see the looks that you guys create, and leave me any comments or questions that you have below, and I will be sure to get back to you. Thanks again for watching my video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below what you want to see next. All of the products used in my video are also linked below. And if you want to see more, follow me anywhere at Jill Powell Glam. Thanks again.